adversary hearing.
Ms. Watson?
Casey Watson, attorney for the child, Genesis.
Mr. DeClue?
Well, Your Honor, I haven't had the chance to confer with my client yet. I understand that she's in jail in Lee County, but that doesn't mean we're not necessarily prepared to proceed. I think we should try to get as far as we can, and I can discuss any disagreements with my client if that's something that's okay with the court.
Okay. Mr. Eckel?
Morning, Your Honor. Hodson Eckel, attorney for the respondent father, Eric Mejia, who is reportedly in Honduras.
Okay. Mr. Nisenblatt?
Your Honor, following up on Mr. DeClue's comments, I know previously this court has allowed attorneys in his position a brief 5-minute meeting with his client. I don't know if that's what he's asking for. We're okay with that. I believe I sent an email.
I think it was a little variation on that. And instead of breaking out, he was asking if we could just go forward and then determine if she were in agreement or had something to add. But if Mr. DeClue, if you'd like to have a breakout for a few minutes, you may do that as well. Well,
I think we need to know what the department is proposing and you know, whether or not.
Okay. All right, sure. Mr. Nisenblatt, why don't you proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. The department is seeking temporary managing conservatorship of this child. Placement would be with fictive kin Rogelio Fuentes Lopez and Maria Morales. The parents would be named possessory conservators engaged in services to address the safety concerns. The supervised visitation, then to be determined any increases in visitation depending on progress on services. I don't know. And I would then call Andrea Carnahan.
Mr. DeClue, do you need, since you now have what the department is requesting?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a way that we can do that?
Can they do a breakout?
Can I ask my client, right, briefly, whether she is opposed?
Sure.
To that arrangement right here in open court? And if she can tell me that she is opposed, then we'll have to break out.
Okay.
Ms. Mejia-Euceda, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm your attorney, and what the department is proposing is placement of your children right now with fictive kin, the name of which I can't remember. Have you had the opportunity to consider that arrangement?
Yes. They told me yesterday.
Are you okay with that arrangement until you can get out of jail?
Yes.
Do you have any alternatives that you want the court to consider at this time?
No.
All right, Your Honor, I'd request the opportunity to recall her in case something comes up that might present some issue. But, you know, I think given our situation that we don't have a lot of alternatives available at this time.
All right, so are we going forward on the basis of an agreement, or are we going forward on the basis of we're just having here?
If I understand correctly, we're going forward on the basis of an agreement. We'd like to know the rest of the exact terms.
Your Honor, this is Oscar Nisbet. I'm sorry, Miss. We've provided the terms, which would be TMC to the department, temporary managing conservatorship to the department, possessory conservatorship to the parents, supervised visitation, placement with the fictive kin that I mentioned earlier. Exact services will be determined by the conservatorship unit once the case is received.
Let me get dressed right quick.
Mom, do you understand that what the department is asking for is that they be named as the temporary managing conservator, which is the party that has the right to make decisions for the child, that the placement would be with this fictive kin family, that you would be given a service plan. They haven't developed it yet. They would develop a service plan that is based on your specific needs and what they expect to see. You have the right to have some input into that. You can object to that through your attorney, and we could have a hearing on any objections, or you could agree to it. And that service plan is not a guarantee that you get your child back, but it is the best evidence for that. It is something we look at very strongly. If you have been successful on that service plan, that is really good evidence for getting the return of your child. If you're unsuccessful, of course, it can be used as evidence for not return. But neither one, it's not a guarantee, but it is very, very important. And that hasn't been developed yet, but would be with you having a right to object to any specific part of that plan. And then there will be a visitation plan that the department would be required to let you have the minimum of that. And then if the department chooses, it may increase that visitation without a court approval, but could not decrease it without some court approval. Do you understand that? Okay. And are you in agreement that that's the way this case should go right now? That's the proposal. Are you in agreement?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mr. Eckel?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm not in a position to oppose or agree because I haven't had to contact my client, but it just is, if Mom's here, I did want to ask her quickly if she knew where he was or if he has any family here. Is that all right? Is that?
Sure.
Oh,
I
sorry.
thought maybe she was going to answer. Do
Oh,
you know
sorry.
where the father is?
Mejia-Euceda, do you know where dad is?
I'm sorry. Yeah, where Eric Mejia, the father of the child is.
It's in Honduras.
Honduras. Does he have any family here?
No.
Okay.
Do you have contact information for him?
No.
When's the last time you got a chance to talk to him?
Like 2 years ago.
Okay. Has he expressed any interest in maintaining a relationship with his child, as far as you know?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Pass the witness.
Okay. And we didn't really call her as witness. I know.
I'm sorry.
But,
Sorry.
but we weren't asking for anything that would have been required to be under oath. So we're proceeding under the basis of an agreement with no objection from the father, but not necessarily the authority to agree to that. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Watson, do you agree with that?
I do.
Casa?
CASA is in agreement, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. The department will be named as temporary managing conservator. The proposed placement is approved. The department will develop a service plan and visitation plan as well. Anything further?
And no, Your Honor, just, no, Your Honor.
Mom, if you could make sure you and Mr. DeClue have a way to reach each other, especially once you're out,
Contact her, Your
so
Honor.
that he can help prepare your defense.
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
the placement has expressed a concern or needing some assistance in getting the food stamps situated and transferred over to them for help with food assistance when we spoke yesterday.
Ms. Carnahan is, or Ms. Gilman, which one, either one of you, can y'all help with that?
I have spoken with the CVS worker who will be taking over the case, and they already have it on their agenda to get with them on that as soon as possible.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. This will conclude the hearing. Thank you all. Thank you to Lee County for making Mom available.